do, boo, 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 boo. Oh, yeah. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just going to check my audio. I've misplaced my little headphones that I usually stick in my phone to listen to this. I know it's kind of ghetto, right? It's kind of ghetto. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, okay. We're sounding good. I really got to have more faith in the whole audio microphone thing. But yeah. So now that I've done that, I guess let me start up my camera. So yeah, yeah. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Let me see. So yeah, dang, it looks pretty good on the phone. It's not bad. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm just just chilling pretty much. Just got back from work probably about an hour ago, and boy, is it hot. Let me take a look at the precise heat here. The precise yield of temperature here in San Diego County. It's 99. It's 99. So it's hot. It's not as hot as my sister's place down in Arizona. I think it's like 110, 117 over there. But anyhow, hopefully you guys are doing good. You know that feeling when you take a drink of soda after you haven't had a soda in like not years, but after like a long time, and you take a drink of it and the soda goes into your throat and all the carbonation combined with the coldness of it just like causes your throat to like constrict, causes you to like choke on it almost. Oh, it's one of those things. It's like the feeling of having a Q-tip, cleaning your ear with a Q-tip, and then all of a sudden you touch or you scratch an itch that you didn't know you had. That's that kind of feeling there. It's like, whoa. Not the same kind of feeling, but it's a feeling that I find that everyone has had at least once in their life. If you've never felt that amazing feeling of like scratching the inside of your ear, oh, like itching it, oh, so good. Always be safe with Q-tips, people. Uh, back when I was in Vanuatu, on some islands, we did not have the luxury of Q-tips. So what did we do? Well, we either used our fingers, and it only does so much, or we would get we'd break off a piece of a stick, and we get a little cotton swab. We stick the cotton swab on the stick, and we would stick it in our ears. Now this wouldn't be a big stick. This would be a tiny the bone, we call it the bun blolifia, or, bone of a leaf, a palm frond. We would use that kind of a thing. Very small, very thin thing. We'd use that, stick that in our ear, try and clean it out kind of decently. And it is a mixed bag. You could not go nearly as deep because you got just a ball of cotton swab on the end of this stick that's not being held down by anything. But anyhow, folks, hopefully you guys are doing good. Yesterday was a bit of a day, honestly. Yesterday morning, I was feeling really kind of sick. And that was not fun at all. I was doing, we had our little Monday stream there, and I was feeling tired. I was feeling a little pukey, like, I wanted to puke. And I did actually puke afterwards. You know, it was one of those situations where it's like, do I want to feel this way for potentially the rest of the day, or do I want to try and throw this up? And so I went with trying to throw it up, and I did throw it up. I threw up quite a bit. And always be smart when you try to upchuck folks. Always be mindful. Anyhow, so I was a little sick yesterday. The usual kind of things, and then after that, once I took care of my little upset stomach situation, um, I decided that I was bored with how my room was arranged. And so I began rearranging everything. And I'm not going to show it all off right now because my lighting is pretty garbage, so to speak, to put it lightly. But basically, originally I had my bed. How did I have it? It's hard to remember. Hard to remember how I had it now, because now my setup is looking so much more nice now. So basically, obviously, you see the cabinet in the back there. You see that cabinet. You see. Here, let me go to the side here. So you see the cabinet. You got the shelves on the sides. Originally, all of that was on this side behind me here. That used to be on this wall here. I also had a bed that's right here. You see it right here now. This used to be flipped around. It used to have, I have a window right over here off screen. So I used to have the bed facing over that way. So I shifted that over. So it used to be, parallel to the wall. Parallel? No, not parallel. Perpendicular. Used to be perpendicular to the wall there. So I just shifted it over. So now it's parallel to the wall. I moved the shelf, that big old case there, bookcase, and I don't even know what you would call that. I call it a cabinet. I guess you could call it a bookcase, but it's got doors, so it's kind of like a hatch, maybe. I don't know. Basically, I moved all that over to there. That was a bit of a little challenging, but essentially because before I just had the bottoms of these two shelves just weighed down with some random items. I had a tiki. Actually, I have the tiki right here now. So yeah, I used to have this tiki right at the bottom of one of the shelves over there. It's a nice little tiki. Nice little tiki here. I got this back in like middle school, but I'm a huge tiki kind of guy, partially because of my my Polynesian ancestry. Anyhow, but anyhow, so I just had some random stuff on the bottoms of those to just weigh them down. But I took those off. I moved them pretty much with all the figures still on there, which was a little difficult. Not gonna lie, it was tough doing that. Had a few flops, had a few flips, but thankfully no swan dives, so to speak. So yeah, hopefully you guys can actually hear me. If not, then I guess it's not the end of the world. But anyhow. Yeah, so basically I moved all that, kind of rearranged a few things here and there with the actual there we go, back in focus. So rearranged a few things here and there, did some stuff with that. I think the hardest part about all of it was just moving the bed, and then I had a dresser. I had to move that, but that wasn't too bad. So basically I had the dresser pretty much right next to my desk here, my desk with this computer and camera on there, webcam. So I used to have this was all kind of just shoved up against my sliding closet here, which made it really difficult to go in and out and like get stuff in and out of the back end of this closet. So basically, what I did, first things first, I moved the bed. Then I moved the cabinet back there and the two shelves. And then what I did with the dresser is, I guess let me come back into frame now. So then what I did with the dresser was I got the dresser, I moved it to the corner, but then I kitty cornered it. And, I made it kind of diagonal. I did not do a perfect diagonal because if I did it like that, then there wouldn't be enough room to open up some of the drawers. So I did a bit of a um, partial kitty corner there. So, if I was to do if I was to attempt to show it, so basically, instead of doing a perfect triangle of space behind the dresser, I ended up doing a more acute triangle. Yeah, acute triangle. Yeah, acute, maybe obtuse, depending on what your perspective is. But anyhow, so I'm really happy with it. I did a lot of rearranging. I think I've done it very nice, very well. I could probably get a smaller nightstand because I think that's the problem that I have right now. Because basically, I don't have a dedicated nightstand, but I wouldn't want a huge nightstand, of course. Which it's like, don't really need it. Excuse me, folks. I don't really need a nightstand, but it'd be nice to have a nightstand. Because at least last night I slept and then I had my phone just on my windowsill, which is like, okay, it's like, yeah, it works. It works. But, it's like, kind of mixed on that. But, anyhow, basically, I really kind of just wanted to go live again. Basically, I don't mind if no one sees this video. Let me try and get in Centaur. Centaur? Ah. That's just some regular Sprite there. Anyhow, hopefully you guys are doing good. I don't usually go on cam for most of these streams, but I feel very confident in the modern technology of my internet today. But then again, pride bringeth the fall, as they say. Let me make sure I have the right microphone on. Logitech Stream Cam. Gosh dang it! I want the G-Track Pro. Gosh. Okay, actually, I think there's a pretty good difference, a pretty good world of difference there. So I have the webcam, and what happens is sometimes I forget to switch the mic. So the webcam, it has its mic, which is all right. It's not bad, but it's a little more echoey. So I'd rather have the G-Track Pro recording, at least right now. Actually, now I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to hear how it was sounding earlier when I was talking away from it. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So I guess so. Basically, what I'm working with here is I'm working with my setup here is just a basic computer. It's an Acer Aspire, an Acer brand computer CPU. I got a really old monitor, a Gateway monitor. It's a 22-inch widescreen, a 1680 by 1050 HD display, and it's it works. It works. It's an old computer that my family was using for like years, but now I ain't got no computer, so I just used it now. Basically, so I got a computer. I have a laptop that I used back in a while ago. That still works to my knowledge. I've used it every now and then, occasionally. And man, this looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. I look relatively rugged. But anyhow, so basically, I got a computer. Stream cam here is the Logitech Stream Cam. I just got that from Best Buy. Honestly, I'd say this is a pretty decent camera. I'm liking the picture here. I think it's really nice looking at the little thing. Hopefully it actually looks nice to you guys if anybody actually watches this. But yeah, so I got a Logitech Stream Cam. I think it's pretty nice. The picture is pretty good. The actual microphone on it actually surprisingly good. I gotta say I'm pretty impressed by that. Let's see. What else? Okay. Microphone. Right now, I am using a Samsung G-Track Pro. I also got that from Best Buy a while ago. Pretty much, I guess, just to kind of give you the evolution of technology here. Originally, when I started making some YouTube videos last year, I just used my iPhone, which was good, actually. An iPhone has a camera that's as good as, some cheaper photography cameras. The camera on an iPhone is pretty dang good. The only issue that I had with it was I don't have very much memory. So any videos that I did make, they were limited to like 3 to 4 minutes. And whenever I made a newer video, I'd have to delete the older video. But if you're ever interested in doing videos for a hobby, totally consider starting out on your iPhone or an Android device. I'd assume that an Android device also has a comparably good camera and microphone on them. But basically, so I also used an app, iMovie. That's a free app on the Apple Store. That was really helpful for me, kind of making videos and stuff like that. Eventually, I was thinking, okay, well, let me get a stand for the phone so that I could kind of like film myself. And then eventually it was like, okay, well, maybe I try and get a microphone to stick inside the phone. And I was like, okay, yeah, let me try that too. Basically, it was just a little cheap Chinese microphone, just some random brand of Chinese microphone that I used, and it sounded decent enough. And then eventually it just came back to the whole storage thing. My iPhone only had like 16 gigs of storage. I would pretty much only have 2 gigabytes of storage for actually making videos and stuff. And so that became really kind of annoying to just make a video and then delete it forever pretty much off the phone. And it's like, But if you're ever interested in getting into that, try it out. Try it out. But anyhow, folks, it's about 20 minutes now. I've been jibber jabbering about, and let me just let me get to the actual point of this little stream here. Other than just talking with you guys and whatnot. And I say you guys, but it's just me. Oh, goodness. Anyhow, I saw this article just now on Twitter. And I say just now, but about 20 minutes ago. I saw this article. I thought, hey, let me talk about it. Let's talk. Let's commiserate on this interesting thing here. So let me share the actual tweet that I saw. Share screen. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna do this. This is on Twitter. ET13 Productions. He says, "Silly me, I forgot to post that I wrote another article for at Godzilla Movies and at Sci-Fi Edcom. Sci-Fi Edcom. Unfortunately, the news isn't so good. So let's take a look at this. So the title is 2 Godzilla films are no longer available for purchase. Godzilla movie news." Excuse me, folks. I am burpy because I had some Sprite. I still have some Sprite here. Let me close out of that tab and let me share the actual article with the actual tab that has that article on there. 2 Godzilla movies that are no longer available for purchase. This is courtesy of GodzillaMovies.com. Get rid of that ad. I don't want to see that ad. Oh, Etsy. Okay, I like Etsy. It's actually a pretty nice website, in my opinion. Anyhow, let's see. Don't be a lurker. Anyhow, that's just their little thing there. Say, hey, don't be a lurker. Just, become a member of the community, a member of the website. Anyhow, let's see. So, 2 Godzilla films are no longer available for purchase. According to the Amazon listings of some Godzilla films, Sony Pictures may have lost the rights to 2 of their films. These films would be Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla vs. Mothra, released also as Godzilla and Mothra: The Battle for Earth. According to a post made by Keith Eichen, writer at Sci-Fi Japan, in the Sci-Fi Japan Monster Zero forums a few years ago, Sony Pictures held all the rights to these films, theatrical, television, streaming, and physical media, until 2019. Recently, if you look up multiple titles by Sony, you will notice a huge increase in pricing for some. These include the double feature DVD for Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, the DVD for Godzilla Final Wars, the DVD for Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah: Giant Monsters All Out Attack, and any release that included Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla vs. Mothra. Okay, so that's interesting there. As a guy like me, this is pretty interesting to kind of hear and read up on. So let me go open up a tab for Amazon. I'm a huge fan of Amazon. Well, I'm a huge fan of buying things off of Amazon. Personally, I don't have any huge opinion on that. So we're on Amazon. Let me end this tab. Let me share my Amazon tab. We only have the highest quality of product here of content here on Mongo's Big Thinks. So let me share Chrome tab Amazon.com. .com. Let's take a look at Godzilla DVDs. Godzilla DVD. Okay, and we have Detective Pikachu. Boo, get that out of here. Okay, so you have your Godzilla Mega Set, $30. That's pretty nice. You can also get it for $15 on Blu-ray, which is even nicer. You can even get it on VHS tape. You see that, folks? You can get that on the VHS tape right there. I love it. That's amazing. So I'm curious. The VHS tape is obviously not all. It's obviously not all. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, all 7 of those movies. The VHS tape is probably just one movie. This is a VHS tape for Godzilla 2000. DVD, you can get Godzilla 2000 as well. Blu-ray. Okay, so that's some funny stuff there. That's pretty dope. Actually, that's pretty neat because today is the 20th anniversary of the release of Godzilla 2000. And for me, that was one of the first Godzilla movies I ever owned on VHS tape. I was just tweeting about that earlier today. Ain't that funny how things work? Gosh. But anyhow, so that's pretty much a pretty reasonable price, I'd say. Godzilla, okay, that's Prime Video. Godzilla 2014. Okay, let me go to Godzilla Blu-ray. Godzilla Blu-ray. Got your 4K release of Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's reasonable because that's like a 4K release. So I don't know. Granted, I'm not really knowledgeable as to the pricing of 4K discs. Never owned one. You got the Criterion Collection. That's a Blu-ray set. That, of course, is over $150 because it's a collector's set. You know, it's got all the Blu-rays of 1954 to 1975. Those movies are all on Blu-ray. They've been, to my understanding, they've been restored largely. So that's reasonable there. You got your Prime Video, King of the Monsters. You got 98 Godzilla. Let's see. You got Godzilla on Blu-ray, Godzilla 2014. You can get that for $5. Yeah, it's not bad, you know. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. It's a nice price. Got King of the Monsters for $13, about $13. Godzilla 2000, $15. Okay. Godzilla Tokyo SOS. So $20. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. We got something interesting here. Something interesting. So we have $20 for the multi-format. So if I'm understanding correctly here, folks. So $20 for this DVD or Blu-ray thing. DVD is $65. That's interesting there. It might be because they don't make that double set there in DVD form. Interesting. Obviously, folks, we're not going to see a quick, huge spike in the price of these DVDs here and Blu-rays here overnight. But if this is true, if what this article says is true, you can expect this in the future, possibly even the near future. Here we have Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, along with Godzilla versus Mothra. These are two movies from the Heisei era that I think they go pretty well together. So yeah, actually, I don't know if there's really too much to be worried about right now, but I do think you definitely want to keep that in mind if you're ever interested in collecting any of these movies. So let me just pop back into the article here. We read that. Okay. The Blu-rays for the films have also doubled in price, unlike the rest that have stayed at their usual $15 price, based off of the info provided by Keith Eichen and the Amazon listings. We may just have the law. We may have just lost the availability of 2 more Godzilla films, making the total count of 3 movies no longer in print in the United States. The other film being Godzilla versus Biollante. Since this is the case, if you haven't already, pick up those movies before they skyrocket in price. Real quick here, let me just talk a little bit about what they're saying there. How Godzilla versus Biollante. That is a movie. If you go and try to find that movie, it's a ridiculous price now because, as it says, it's out of print. Let me share that Amazon tab again. And let's try and find Godzilla versus Biollante. Godzilla versus Biollante. I think we'll find some different results here. So here is Godzilla versus Biollante on DVD. It is $90. $90 on DVD. They don't even have a Blu-ray price here because there isn't one at the moment, I guess. You can get it for $40 on VHS tape, which, that'd kind of be cool if it came in the original box, but anyhow. But there you get an idea. Okay, here's a Blu-ray combo. So I do have a copy of Godzilla versus Biollante, but it is on this DVD combo here. So the same kind of thing here. You have Godzilla versus Biollante. You have the movie Monster, which is by the Asylum, and it's basically just a Cloverfield rip-off kind of thing. I don't know if that's really the most politically correct term or sensitive way to put it, but it's basically Cloverfield, but with an octopus. You also have Shark versus Octopus, Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, or something like that. Basically, I have this, but on DVD. So you can get that for $200. On DVD, you get it for $395. Thankfully, I did not have to pay that. I found it on eBay for about $20. And I found that on eBay probably like a year or two ago. And boy, am I glad I did, because I'd never pay that much money for a DVD. Because if I was going to pay that much money for a movie, it better be a pretty good movie. And it better like do stuff for me here. So you can find some things here. You got the Blu-ray. Oh no, it's not even the Blu-ray. So this is the 60th anniversary release of Godzilla versus Biollante. Yeah, for $40 on DVD. This is going to be the Japanese version. It's an import. So this is playback region 2. This will not work on a region 1, DVD player or Blu-ray player. So, you could play it on your computer, if you got a computer or laptop. But if you were going to stick this into a DVD player that's coded for the US, region 1, ain't going to work. Ain't going to read it. Found that out when I ordered a version of Shin Godzilla on DVD back when it was kind of first released in Japan. I got that. I have long since actually gotten a DVD and Blu-ray for my current area. But so you can find, there are ways to find, like, look at this. Here's $100 one. This is
a 2-pack. This is two longs métrages edition double DVD, two longs métrages. So that might be, I don't know, like not Japanese, like French or something. I don't know. But you have a 2-pack here. That's kind of how you're gonna have to find this movie. So let's go on to eBay. eBay. eBay.com. I frequent this site very often as well. Let's take a look. Godzilla with a Z. Godzilla versus Biollante. Godzilla versus Biollante. Hey, look at that. Look at what I did for you guys. Look at what I do for you. Look at what Mongo do for you too. So let's see here. For $30, you can get a copy of Godzilla vs. Biollante on DVD. And look at that, Hopefully it's actually good. I couldn't tell you the right thing. Limit is one. Limit is one. One per customer. But look at that. You got to keep your eyes open because that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Look at what I do for you. There's some other things here and there. You got this DVD here, pre-owned. Oh, excuse me, folks. I burped. A very subdued burp. Here's a DVD, Region 1. Plant Monster. The most terrifying monster of all time is back in his greatest movie ever. Now, obviously, folks, you shop at your own risk. I'm not going to tell you definitively that you should buy this. You shouldn't be coming to me for that kind of advice. And whatever I do recommend to buy, I will tell you explicitly to buy it. But, this is just an example of what happens when a movie goes out of print. You have to go to a secondary seller, a secondary market, so to speak. So you have to go online, you have to search for a price, and you're basically at the mercy of whoever the seller is. It could be as cheap as $30, or it could be as exorbitant as $200 plus for a Blu-ray here. Like, look at this. This is out of print. That's what OOP means. It's English. This is a 3-pack with only one movie that's really good and two movies that are just mediocre filler. Pardon me if you actually like those movies. I think they're all right from what I've seen. But you're really buying this thing for Godzilla versus Biollante. You're not buying it for Monster or Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. You're buying it for Godzilla versus Biollante. So, folks, if there's anything to really gather from here, it's that you should be aware of the various things that occur in the selling and purchasing of movies, I guess. Ooh, that's nice. Been talking a lot. Had to mute because I had to cough. Yeah, that's pretty much all the article says. It says, okay, last two paragraphs here. Now, the big question is, what will happen to the Heisei movies? Will a company like Arrow Video or Criterion acquire the rights to them, or will they slowly fade out of circulation? Only time will tell. Okay, that's pretty much how it ends. So, folks, if there was one thing to take away from this little stream, Basically, if you like those Heisei movies, start purchasing them in an affordable manner, of course. So that would include Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, Godzilla versus Destroyer, Final Wars, GMK, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, and Godzilla versus Mothra. Try and purchase those whenever you're able to before the prices start to rise on those movies. Because there's no guarantee that another company will pick up those movies. As this article states, there's a chance that these could simply just stay out of print for the foreseeable future or until another company purchases them and then puts them in a special edition bundle that's going to cost a lot of money either way. Man, that's nice. That's nice. Been a while. Been a while since I've drinking some soda. You know, I don't even know what else I'm going to talk about here, but it's really just kind of nice doing something because I'm a little tired. I don't want to start editing the King Kongathon videos, at least today. Maybe later in the week, maybe tomorrow or the day after. But yeah. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Let me take a look at Twitter, see if there's anything on Twitter that I'd like to talk about. Hey, Fanzine reached 6,000 subscribers. Yo, congrats, man. Fanzine Vids is such a cool guy. And I really do enjoy him. I think he's really humble, he's really good, and he totally deserves 6,000. I think that's amazing. And Ord's bored. He says, "How was I unsubbed?" And of course, you know that happens all the time with YouTube and stuff. But I gotta say, and you know, if Ords ever does watch this stream, it'd be good for him. But I always want to say this, so bear with me here. Ord's bored, more like Ord's makes me bored. What a dweeb. Just kidding. Love you, man. You're cool, dude. I'll probably come back here and clip that or something. I don't know. He's a really funny guy. Ord's bored. If you're not familiar with him, he's got a really nice channel. He talks about a variety of things. And he's a cool dude. And I really got to say, like, there's a lot of people that I've met just on Twitter alone that have been really pleasant to interact with. Of course, there are always people who are a little kooky and a little combative, but I think that is just one of those things, I guess. There's so many people that are so nice. Even people who I probably shouldn't even have any business interacting with, you know, like Mara Jade, Ord's Board, Drunk 3PO, all those different people. They're so nice. And it really just means a lot when one of them likes a comment that I make or a tweet that I post or something like that. They're all really cool people. I really gotta try and say thank you to all these different people because they've really been nice to me. Like, I guess I'll just name off a few of them, you know. Krista Nova. She's real cool. I mean, I don't really interact with her very often. I interact a bit on Discord, maybe, but not very much. I interact a bit on the Twitters. I watch some of her videos every now and then. Other than that, I guess I don't really deserve to, I guess be friendly to her, uh, the have her be friendly to me. But you have Tugs. Tugs is so cool, and there's just so many people. Drunk 3PO, he's such a goofball. And sometimes I pull out my hair when I watch him play video games because he's a boomer. I said it. I said the B word. But honestly, there's so many nice people on here, and it really just humbles me that they take the time out of their day to see a comment or something that I do on Twitter and like it or retweet it or do all these other things. It's really nice, and I really do appreciate it. I hope they know that. Either way, I mean, whether it's in this stream or whether I clip this and put it out on Twitter, I really want to say I appreciate them. You guys make a big lummox like me feel good, feel special too. And I couldn't even tag each and every one of you because there's just a mountain of you out there. But if you're seeing this, you know that that's what I think. And if I ever had the chance, I'd mow your lawn, I'd trim your trees, I'd move your furniture. That's about all I could really say. Heck, I'd buy you lunch. Yeah, I'd buy you lunch. Some of you guys would probably be easy because you're so small and healthy. But anyhow, folks, I am babbling right now, and hey, look at that! Fandom Collective retweeted the stream. Oh boy, I look terrible in that that picture there. Hopefully, it doesn't look that terrible. But anyhow, folks, I think I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead here and end the stream. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.